Welcome to the Physician Wealth Med podcast. It's wealth medicine for doctors. If you're a doctor and you have no time, it looks like you found us just in time. This podcast is for all doctors who would like to work on their personal wealth, but do not have traditional hours to do so because they have no time. We're here to jump into topics that will help you address your wealth both inside and outside of your practice so that you can live the life of significance you're dreaming of. You'll hear from your peers, you'll hear from industry professionals, and your host and wealth advisor, me, Kevin Sullivan. This is your time. Now let's get started with today's podcast.
Okay, our doctors of our personal injury doctors elite community. Hey, Dr. Tony, we are back, your founder. And again, we're going to introduce and interview one of our supporters or major sponsors. You've seen him and been with him and hopefully following some of his podcasts and his post in our doctors community. Kevin Sullivan, he's been a president and CEO of Wealth Advisors, KD Sullivan Wealth Strategies. You'll see the posts floating around the doctors community in the next few months. Obviously, contact him to ask him any questions. But we're just going to go over a few things he's been doing with some of our doctors, PI Doctors Elite, helping them out. A lot of things has been more practice evaluation. Some of you don't even know how much your practice is worth, and you maybe want some tips on some end of the year tax deductions that he can give you. But all in all, a one-on-one contact is always the best of doing. We welcome Kevin Sullivan here back with us since I tracked him down. And congratulations on a new office he opened up east. And we appreciate all the things he's been doing with our doctors. Kevin, thanks for your time today. And we appreciate your support for the next few months, as always, to contact and help our doctors and any advice that you can give them, that they're not up because they're doctors. That's why they know the knees and the backs and the necks, but they don't know sometimes on the financial end, as that's where you come in. So thanks again. I'm going to turn it over to you a little bit and stay with you here. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. It's a continuing pleasure to work with this great group. I think, Tony, we're moving into year number 3 doing this. So we're so excited to be able to be part of this group. We want you to know that our commitment to this group is unparalleled, for whatever financial needs you have. We tell a lot of doctors that we work with anything financial. If you got a financial question of any kind, just run it by us. I'm pretty sure we could either find the answer if we don't know it, or we could be that trusted resource for you in this group. So it could be about just about anything financial. Just let us know. And if we can't point you in the right direction, we'll find a way to do so. But we are just totally thrilled with working with you, meeting your needs, seeing the chats going on in the group and the struggles that you face. And our main goal for doing what we do is to help you build wealth inside and outside of your practice so that you can build wealth for generations. A lot of times we're working so much in the practice that we don't seem to work on the practice from a building and maintaining wealth point of view. And then that translates into what you do outside. So I just had a few things here I just wanted to kind of go through with you, Tony, here today to talk about why we work with doctors, because it's a huge part of what we do. And here's some things that we have found working with doctors over the last decade even, is doctors need more accessibility, not less. And I know you probably find that struggle with your patients too, to say, man, they're asking more from me, so how can I give them more of me? But what we try to do is go out of our way so that you can have direct access to us, to the person that's helping you out with your investments, with your strategies and things like this. So more accessibility, not less. And we do that through texting services. We do it through a cell phone that you have for us, through our company. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the quick turnaround that you receive from our firm just because of that. And we understand your schedules. Second thing is more customization, not less. Doctors need more customization in what they're doing because every practice is unique, every situation is unique. And the last thing we want to be as a wealth management firm is to be cookie cutter for our clients. So when you come to us, we take great lengths into customizing what we're doing for you and with you. And that is both in the products that we do, in the strategies, but also in the service you receive from us. The third thing is more strategic investing. So what I mean by that is where you place your investments to have it thought out and full of purpose. So strategic investing, where you can take advantage of tax savings. It's one thing to invest, but when you have investing with purpose, and I even wrote a book on this called Managing Income in Retirement, Planning with Purpose. This was back in 2012, but all of these concepts are still alive and well today, so that when you make that investment, you can not only invest, but also achieve tax savings at the same time for tax efficiency. So strategic planning, more of that, not less. And then the other thing that we find out working with physicians and doctors of many different specialties is embrace a virtual financial team. I think if there's anything that COVID taught us is that video is okay. Connecting through texting and emails and video meetings is okay. It used to be less mainstream, but today it's way more mainstream. So it opens up a whole realm of possibilities for you as a doctor to say, okay, let me explain. If you're the right doctor that can fill the need for your patients, that patient is going to cross state lines and meet you wherever they need to meet you in your practice to be able to deliver the right prescription that you can do, the right touch, the right experience. So if you think about that for your own financial well-being, to say, I need to meet with the right wealth advisor, and it might not be on Main Street USA in your local town. I need to meet with the right CPA. Well, that might not be the person or the team that's in your hometown. So embrace a virtual team, because that way you can have someone that really specializes in what you do, that knows your industry inside and out, that could really help you moving forward. A couple of things that I just thought I'd throw out to you about what we're seeing when we work with doctors and some of the feedback that we get from them.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. Those are great points. And a lot of doctors sometimes don't even look at that part of their practice. They're always worrying about new things and new strategies that you can help their patients with, the accident patients and PI, and know that they have a financial situation that they might need, but kind of put that on the side, think I'll get to it later. And this is why we're bringing your team in to our doctors to help them fill that gap of what they might need. It's funny, you mentioned, and I want to mention to the doctors, we tell in our management, we tell the doctors, seek out 100% personal injury attorney if you're going to refer to, because a lot of times when the patients come in their office with an attorney, sometimes it's a divorce attorney or a real estate attorney, and they don't do 100% personal injury, so they're not that educated. And I always tell them, we can deliver babies, but I'm not going to do it all the time because I don't do it every day. But Kevin's team is 100% usually working with physicians, and that's why I like his credibility, because he knows what the physicians are needing, even though he does probably help other business people, but he is geared, as you see in his logo, physicians. He helps them with their wealth and their medical or things they need in their medical practices to help them financially. So any financial entity that you might need to talk to Kevin. And right now, I know we've got out there posted a financial strategy for about 5 years for retirement. That could be a one-on-one with Kevin, because whatever you might have in your own professional need, he can put that together for you. And we've had many doctors interested in that, because probably nobody has one. And that's why we're kind of filling in the gap for you to help. So make sure that practice evaluations is done. Those are always great. It's the end of the year. You get a practice evaluation. You can turn it into your balance sheet as an asset, obviously, for expansion loans, probably, that you are not having on your balance sheet. But Kevin can help you out on that and some other things also. So thanks again, Kevin, for the information that you are giving our doctors.
We also have a podcast called Physician Wealth Meds, and as you can see the backdrop, it's a wealth podcast for doctors. We have a double branded with the backdrop here. This is where we shoot our podcast too as well. And the main goal for that is just to give you relevant content that you can listen to at your leisure, and it's out wherever you can find a podcast. You'll see us. Just type in Physician Wealth Meds. We also carry the video versions of the podcast on our homepage on our website, so you can drill down on those and find something of interest to you at your leisure again. And we also have the audio versions on our website too. But I'm excited about this one podcast. And Dr. Tony, I just put it in the group message this morning. We just recorded a podcast last week with Bancorp about securities-based lending, a quick way for you to get cash flow if you need it for various things, for equipment, for maybe floating salaries, maybe for expanding your business, or the other part would be if you're waiting on a personal injury check from an attorney's office. It could be a bridge gap where you can use your existing investment account and have a line of credit on that investment account, and it's not margin. So I'm not going to give you any more information on that right now because I want you to listen to the full podcast with Bancorp. I think you'll be very pleased at what you see. It's not something that we're trying to show you a product that you can get into. We're just trying to show you and make you aware that these things are out there. And if you want to take advantage of them, at least you know that they're out there and you can jump in and go through those things too. I also had a couple of things just as we come through the year end here. What do you do this time during the year? We got November and December left. So if you have a 401k in your practice, it could be a solo 401k where it's just you, or it could be a full out 401k, a simple IRA. Consider increasing your contributions as much as you can throughout the year's end, because that will help you all the way around from a tax point of view. The other thing, this is a great time of year to do tax loss harvesting, to where you can take tax losses from something in your lineup that might be down right now. You could sell it at a loss, pull that tax loss to offset taxable gains elsewhere in your portfolio. This is something that should be done all throughout the year, but this is a great time of year at the end of the year right now to try to look at that. So I would encourage everybody, number 3, meet with your CPA. If you have a CPA, please at least request to get in there because they're about to get super, super busy. So if you have a year-end meeting with your CPA, that would be very good. And remember what I said, you don't know what you don't know. So sometimes maybe your CPA is just filling in the blanks for you and is not giving you proactive tax strategies throughout the year, which leads me to that 4th point. Find a CPA that you can bunker down with every 90 days throughout 2025 and have scheduled meetings on proactive tax strategy planning. That is probably one of the best uses of time that I have personally as a wealth advisor, is those scheduled times throughout the year. And they talk about all of these things and give you those proactive things. The tax strategies will show you what you need to do from a tax point of view, and the wealth planning or the wealth strategies can implement it. So I think that's a very good source for you to go to as we go into 2025.
And doctors, there you have it. Great information there that you probably don't even know about, that he's giving you a little bit about, that at tax year end you need to look at. And this is where Kevin can come in one-on-one with you and go over the strategies for your offices. Every office is different. Every personal life is different. And sometimes you don't even have a CPA. You might do it yourself. I don't know if you want to do that or not, but great advice from professionals is always helpful. He has put that together like you know how to put together a knee. He knows you know how to do that. If you told him how to do that, it would be strange words. But knowing what he knows and can teach you what you can do for your practice in your office, he's got the strategies for you. So it's no different. He's got the expertise in that knowledge, and you got the expertise in the doctor knowledge. So this is where you mesh together and make things happen in everybody's life. So thanks again, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so again, Physicians Podcast, those are some great things. I always ask him once in a while throughout the month when he's floating around the community to throw a few of those out, because they're great, always great information. I would ask you, if you have an interest at all, to discuss anything with Kevin on one of those podcasts. They are fun and lively and motivating. If you have done anything in the past that you can share with him for doctors, that would be great. If not, he can put something together for you. We had Dr. Lori Bentz and a few other doctors on here discussing practice valuations of selling a practice. those are the informational things you don't get much of anywhere, I don't think. So that always will help you out if you had interest in selling your practice or moving to a different state to obtaining another practice. No doubt this can always help you out. So take a look at those Physician Wealth podcasts. They're great informational things he will post in our PI Doctors League community. All right, you got any more to add there? That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Just wanted to give you things to sink your teeth into today. But anytime you have any question on this, I would invite each and every one of you just to have a complimentary signature session with me so that we can discuss your needs and see what you're doing now and see where we can maybe help make it better. We can certainly help you in those realms too. And just being part of this group, we just want to make sure you have that excellence of service. So thank you very much for letting us do what we do. It's a passion of ours, and we love every minute of it.
All right, and thanks so much, Kevin, for all you do, your time with our doctors. And if you are one of the doctors who did post interested, that he will be in contact with you, or we will connect with you to make sure you are taken care of in your financial needs. All right, with that, we'll send you back to your patient round. We'll have all his information posted with this endorsement. Thank him again for being one of our major sponsors, helping many of our doctors in their success. All right, Dr. Tony, your administrator and founder, we hope you are healthy, stay safe, and let's make it happen in this end of the year, going into the new year already. Almost seems like this year just flew by.
It did, yes.
It's kind of scary saying 25. Holy God. Be 30 before you know it. So,
yeah.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. Stay
Thank
safe
you, Dr. Tony.
up east and make things happen for our doctors. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We are done with the session. Thanks.
Thank you. That's our podcast for today. And remember, if you're not working on your personal wealth, who is? Please share this podcast with your friends and colleagues, and make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Any questions about what you heard today, please send an email to kdsullivan@lpl.com. Physician Wealth Meds, wealth medicine for doctors.